Hello everyone on Women Dialogues. And I'm your host Shashi to create more voice for women by women. And today's our guest is Carolyn, who is from UK and currently living in Qatar. She is very experienced and worked many years in hospitality business and believe in giving best customer services. So without any more delay, let's welcome Caroline. Welcome Caroline to the Women Dialogues.
Hi, Shashi. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for inviting me on today. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased to be here.
I'm really excited to hear your best customer services kind of attitude and how you're doing and all about. So let us start without, further going into other things. I want to talk about like, let's start from beginning of your life story and the way today you are so successful. You are having your own, as a general manager, you are running a business. And so how it all started as how about your childhood, your life experiences and all. And
Oh,
before we start to talk about your childhood journey, tell us about the place where you grew up so our audience, our viewers can feel connect and they can find okay that kind of things were there.
okay. So I was actually born in Sri Lanka. My mother's side of the family go back 5 generations. So Sri Lanka is a very close to my heart. And we left though when I was only 9 months. And in fact, I never actually went back until 2019. No, 2018 it was, in fact. I went back on my own for 5 days because living in Doha, it's so close. I thought I've got to do this. But it's been honestly such a massive part of us growing up, even though we weren't in Sri Lanka, of our lives for obvious reasons. And then, of course, my aunt, who sadly passed away in 2019, she had a charity called Regala Aid. And she had over 100 projects in Sri Lanka. So she's always been raising lots of money for all those projects in Sri Lanka. So yeah, so that's, but my childhood itself, I was brought up in Hampshire in a place called Winchester, and I had a great childhood. I can't complain about my childhood at all. It was lovely. And in Hampshire, you've got a fantastic place called the New Forest, which is, again, something that lights my heart up. My passion is my daughter and our horses. And our dream is to have our own equestrian yard. And actually, this week, the start of our dream is starting to happen because we're just about to complete on some land. So we're going to have slowly but surely build our own equestrian yard and home one day. So yeah, very excited about that. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of fell into the hospitality industry because I loved cooking, and I always used to cook for my parents. And I remember my mum saying to me, do you know what, why don't you go and do a catering course? She said, because even if you don't do it as a career, you will always use it. And I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So I did it and I loved it. But I decided, although as much as I love cooking, I wanted to be upfront with people. I just got so much more with having customers and that customer service and that contact. So I went on to do many jobs, worked in Brighton, and then I went to London, and I've worked, I don't know if you've heard of Gordon Ramsay, the Dorchester Hotel, a place called the Wolsey, the Lanesborough, which is Rosewood Hotels. I've worked with some really fantastic companies. I've been very lucky, but my passion is always it's the customer service. It's about how you make people feel. So it doesn't really matter where you work. And now obviously I have changed industries, but again, it's about you know, when you have that gift of trying to make people feel special, and, you know, we're so lucky here at Roots that, you know, you have people come in and when they go out, they feel $1 million and look $1 million, you know. So for me, it's always about, but that's life really, spreading a bit of love and kindness with one another, for you to be able to just smile at someone and make someone's day, or give someone a compliment, or hold the door open for someone, or help someone out. It doesn't take very much to make someone feel special. So that's always been my passion, amongst many other things. And yeah, I'm still in the industry of customer service, which I love.
That's wonderful. And the way you explain about giving the feeling of, make someone feel special is kind of very important. Some moment, some time, and in our life, I think many times people ignore those small moments, as we were talking about, like just holding a door for someone. So as you do this all work in your industry, in your hospitality work, or in your current profile as a general manager, you are doing all these work. What kind of challenges you might be having while doing all those work?
What challenges have sorry, I lost you for a second there. What challenges have I received, what, during COVID, or you mean in my career?
Yes, during during your career.
Oh, my career. Well, I think at the beginning of my career, to be honest, was just being a woman. You know, the opportunities for women were a lot less, and I was always paid less money being a woman than I was with male colleagues. But, you know, things have slowly but surely changed in that way, which is good. Promotion never really, for me, was too much of a problem, because I've always been 200% committed in anything that I do. I've always been a people person. I always do everything with passion. So, you know, in that respect, you know, I actually kind of got promotions quite easily, really. What else? Challenges in my career? No, I said really that the first, you know, it was the money and the opportunities at first was a little bit, and especially when you go into 5-star, you know. I actually remember going into one restaurant. It was one of the top chefs, and I was running the breakfast, and then the rest of the team came in. So I was kind of a different team that would come in with my casual staff that I had to recruit myself, train myself to do the breakfast, and then the other team would come in and do lunch and dinner. We were totally separate, but we're working in the same restaurant. And I remember being told by the restaurant manager that he didn't want us to fold their napkins because we weren't capable. And they were just so stuck up, and just so, you know, the fact they were a Michelin star restaurant, that we weren't capable. You know, you come across you know, situations like that, but you end up working around them. I mean, I'm a big believer in you know, any challenges you get, you know, you have to deal with it head on and find a way. If you want to do something, you'll find a way of doing it. If you can't do it through going that way, then you'll find another way and go down another route. So yeah, nothing usually normally ever stops me. If you want to do something that badly, you'll always find a way.
Yeah, that's true. And I believe the way you manage your all jobs so successfully, it shows positivity. It shows the way your work culture and work ethics you was carrying all the time. But when we are talking about, like, currently you are working in Qatar, which is multicultural, a lot of expat, a lot of culture are, you know, mingling and meeting and having all those sort of things. And when you're running such kind of business where you have the feeling to give them special moment or special treatment, how you manage, like, is there any you have making them, because every culture is different and they have different kind of feelings when they feel special.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
how you manage that? How you teach or how you teach those kind of etiquettes, those kind of ethics to your staff, to your work people, those are working with you?
Yeah. Well, as far as the team is concerned, I actually found that quite a challenge. I mean, working in London, I've worked with lots of different cultures, but when I came here, oh
Yeah.
gosh, that really, I mean, I'm used to running teams of 80 or more staff, and I came here to run a team of 10, you know, and it was like, oh my gosh, because, you know, the communication was very different, where people go, yes, 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 or you say something, but their understanding of what you're saying, the English meaning was totally different. So I found that very difficult. I find it very difficult when, you know, someone does something wrong. It's not a problem for me, but I find it frustrating when people don't own up to making mistakes. So that was another thing. And also, being from the UK, we work a lot faster. So I think for some people, when I first came, it found it a bit daunting because I'm still going 100 miles per hour, and other people are finding it quite intimidating, you know, to try and keep up. And I'm saying, oh, is this ready? Have you got this? Have you done this? You know? But also, being from the UK, we're very direct. So you say it as it is. And I'm one of these people, I'll say it and then I've forgotten it. But some people would then, some cultures would get very upset because, again, it's the communication and the understanding. So I had to really be a lot more sensitive, and I had to really change my management style to a degree of how I would approach people or talk to people, depending on where they were from.
Right.
When it comes to customer service, to be honest with you, it's all about, I was just talking about it earlier because we interviewed somebody. I call it the 48 and 51. You can give somebody training, you can give them support, you can give them direction, but you can't give them the 51%, and that's their heart, you know. And we employ people that have got big hearts, you know, people that have got empathy, and that have got passion, and that they care. Not only are they really good at what they do, but they have got that feeling for people. And so I think, you know, that's something you've either got it or you haven't. And so when it comes to people, yes, we've all got different cultural backgrounds, and we, you know, but at the end of the day, to look after someone and make them feel special, whether it be that cup of coffee, whether it's remembering what they drink, remembering a birthday, remembering that they went on holiday, or that their granddaughter has passed something, you know, it's all those little details, remembering a child's name, those little details are what make the difference. And that's what we try to do and try to encourage, because at the end of the day, there are many amazing businesses and there are so many beauty salons in Qatar. And the only thing that's going to set us apart will be, I mean, we have the most amazing, beautiful salon. I don't think anyone has a salon quite like we've got. And we are very lucky that my sister spent that extra money and time on making it feel home from home. And oh no, I don't know anyone that would get a salon that's got a white floor and white walls. Everything's white. But it so works. And it gives that feeling of being clean, and being spacious, and being now, especially with this current situation, of being safe. And of course, that's so important now. But yeah, as far as you know, the girls, and it's something that we always go on about, taking that client, taking that person through your own journey, you know, from the moment they pick up the phone and the moment they come through the door, it's taking them on their journey to make them feel special and give them an experience that they won't forget.
Yeah. Once again, it's a beautiful way, the way you explain, like how to create that feeling for those your customer, those are people, those come around you for your work or even meeting, and creating those small details in your schedule to make them feel special. It is definitely a remarkable job, I can say, because those are small details definitely make someone feel a difference and someone feel special. But a part of that, I believe, and I know you are a big community supportive and community person as well, and you do a lot of community work. You have giving back and giving hope, especially for supporting women those are having cancer. So how about all these things? What you do in those kind of projects or in those kind of work?
Yeah, so a lot of people would think it very strange that a beauty salon would do something like that. But how it all originated was that when I first came here, I needed to turn the business round and we needed to get our name out there. So one of the ideas was to have a pamper evening where we did short, small services for people to try and ask any questions. So if they didn't know what threading was, or they didn't know what microdermabrasion was, or any questions they could ask on the evening. But I thought it would be much nicer, rather than just doing that, to have a guest speaker. And I wanted somebody that did kind of image consultant. And then I thought, well, while people are waiting, then maybe we should get some other women that are promoting themselves. So whether it be chocolates, fashion, fitness, whatever it is, they come in and they promote themselves. So we had probably about 10 women promoting themselves. And on the very first one, we had 70 women sign up to come. And like everything, because it was free, we did it all free. It was only 20 people turned up. And that was fine because we didn't know our space. It was the first time. But the energy that it brought, and you know what it's like when you get women together as well. Oh my God, it was absolutely fantastic evening. And so it's grown from that. And then we ended up having well, my mother died in 2018 from cancer. So we did a cancer event, and I met the most amazing woman called Sondra Hope, who is a stage 4 cancer patient. And that's why we thought it was so relevant to call it Giving Hope. And we wanted to promote women in business, but at the same time, to kind of give any woman, whether she's been through it, going through it, or just started her journey with cancer, to give tips and ideas, whether it be wigs, whether it be scarves, whether it be makeup, whether it be a fashion, whether it be meditation, whether it be essential oils. And we had the most amazing evening. And then we've also opened it up to having our own fashion show. Wow, that was blow me away fashion show. It was called Self Love. That was a fantastic experience. And then we also did a fashion swap where people brought in their clothes. And we were going to do a mental health workshop, but that didn't work out. And then we just ended up supporting women in business. And the feedback that we've had has been phenomenal. And so and then we did another one called Giving Back. And that is where people nominate that special woman that's always doing things for her community and for other people, but never for herself. And when we we recently did one of a beautiful lady. And what we do is we invite them in for a 4 to 5 hour pamper session, in a way of saying thank you to them for all they do for others. And then of course another avenue that we got involved in was over COVID, the no salary and no food. There were so many people that were desperate and couldn't feed themselves, but that ended up being such a massive beast. It was absolutely fantastic experience to be involved in. But we had people bringing food. Honestly, the generosity of our community, especially in Doha, is phenomenal. Sometimes I would have like 15 people dropping food off in one day, but then we had to then split it up, and then we had people that were asking for the food, and we had to organize drivers that were voluntarily dropping the food off. I mean, it was quite a machine, but it was such a fantastic experience. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, it's just been one of those things that have ended up evolving as part of the business, and now is kind of core of everything that we do, because it just resonates. And you know, the community that we have has been so supportive, and we're forever grateful for that. It's been amazing.
Yeah, that's true. And the way you started your journey, you started the passion, you put your passion for customer, and especially as a people, I can say, rather than customer, you put your passion for people. You are a people person. And then recently you launched your work for Roots for Women. What is
Yeah.
all about? Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. So now that we can't have those amazing events and supporting women and everything, we thought Roots for Women is a platform for any woman, whether she be just going into business and needing support, whether she has that very unique service or something special that she wants to give and bring to other women. It's also for those women. There are so many people going through such a tough time now. I mean, who hasn't over the last year? It's been life-changing for most people. And so whether it be a struggle, whether it be a struggle from mental health, whether it just had a baby and no support, or whether it be cancer, whether it be illness, bereavement, whether it be what I've got the oh yes, there's one lady that does supports in like addiction, no, kind of like you know, when you've got bad habits that become addiction. So yeah, so all of those areas, if anybody needs and feels that they want to reach out, or there's anything another woman feels that she can give, we have set this platform up on Instagram, Facebook, so if anybody has any questions or anything, but also we've got our website, which is www.rootsforwomen.com, and everything is already there. Yeah, everything's there for people to see in reference to all the different areas of the platform.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, and I think that's right platform and for people, and especially the women, to connect and to see what way they can help, or what way they seek support, or if they are looking for some kind of support. So when we are talking all about your work and such inspiring stories you are doing for community, you are doing for women, you are bringing those special moment for women in their life. So when you have a lot of these kind of experiences, and while working so many years in your life, what way you are looking about your future plans for your work?
I've got so many future plans, I can't even begin to tell you. So the first one is my equestrian yard with my daughter, and that's starting to evolve, so that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I would like to yeah, I know, it's fantastic. I would like to continue the projects when I get the opportunity to raise money. Obviously I can't do that here in Doha, but projects in Sri Lanka, and I would like to buy a bit of land there one day. I would like to maybe look at getting an Airbnb, something like a little bit of a retreat for women with cancer, or anyone that's got cancer. And I'd like to look at supporting a family as well. I see myself living between Doha, Sri Lanka and the UK. Yeah. I'd like to look at getting some Airbnb eventually in the UK. And what else is there? I'm sure there's something else I've missed. I don't know why. Oh, while I mentioned it about the charity, on the Roots for Women, there is a platform there that is giving back. It's called Giving Back, and if you have a look, it's all different projects that people do for others. Basically, they're kind of like, they're charities. But you know, when you read about what the amazing work that they do, when it resonates with someone, then you can donate. And we've come across some fantastic, absolutely fantastic initiatives that are happening, not just in Doha, but in South Africa and Uganda and different places. So I've got them up there because they really, really resonated with me. So we often will send, we ask people to bring clothes and toys and anything that they don't any longer want. And we've got, I think, 2 boxes going to South Africa this week, and another 3 or 4 going next week to Uganda. So all the donations that people bring here, we send them out to people that really need them, if we haven't got anyone here in particular. Yeah, so
Yeah, those are really heart-touching, I think, movement, and especially when you are doing such kind of work for community, for just for giving back. It is kind of, it makes us feel like accomplished in many sense, not only in career-wise, but in your life. And I believe
Yeah.
you might be feeling the same way when you are retiring on the
Uh,
bad end of the day. You might be feeling satisfied, isn't it?
oh yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah.
You just have this feeling of being very, very grateful. It's not a big deal that you're doing it. It's more the fact, that feeling of fulfillment, and there's no better feeling when you can help somebody else, you know. And I think, you know, one should feel really grateful when you're in the position to be able to do that. So yeah, we've been really blessed that things have just come our way, and that we've been exposed to being able to support other people. Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. So, before we finish, why do you think a platform like this, again, as a you are doing a lot of wonderful job, but platform like this, Women Dialogue, is needed?
So again,
I'm asking, what do you think about this platform as a Women Dialogue is needed as well?
oh my gosh, definitely. I was looking at what you do. I think it's absolutely fantastic because it exposes more amazing women. I could see those women that you've had on there. Absolutely fantastic. And you know, everything and everyone resonates with different people. And so, you know, without platforms like yours, people don't get to see those amazing women that are out there. I truly believe that every single one of us has that very special magic that nobody ever in this world has. And you know, not every woman ever, no one ever, a lot of women or a lot of people live their lives not even ever knowing what that special bit of magic is. And you know, I think we all need to find out what our purpose is. And there's, you know, it's more than just living in our bubble of our busy lives. There is so much more that we can do, and we should be doing it for one another, because if more people did that, then the world would be such a more beautiful place than it already is. So I just always encourage, I've only kind of really experienced and seen this for myself in the last 3 years. I've done a lot of self-development in the last 3 years since I came to Doha. I've had the opportunity to do that. So my life has definitely changed so much. And even over COVID, you know, I am blessed that I can look back on COVID and say that it's made me a better person. And that I look upon it in a positive way and not in a negative way. Yes, it's all hit us all in a negative way, but I still see it as a positive in my life. And you know, that goes for anything in life, everything that we all experience. Yeah, we always go through dark and difficult times, but when you can really grab hold of gratitude of what you do have in your life, it takes away what you don't have and all the negatives that you have in your life. And that's how we should be living it all the time. And the other thing for me was, the revolutionary thing for me was self-love. To me, it was just words to start off with, and then I realized and started to understand self-love in a more meaningful way. And it was really, really very uncomfortable for me. And it was very, very emotional as well. And that's where I realized I need to do a lot of healing. And it's actually been the making of me, because it's very true. It sounds really, you know, cheesy, but when you actually conquer self-love and you actually come from a place of self-belief, self-love, then everything else falls into place in your world. Because we should be totally content and happy with everything that we create within ourselves. And that the only person you can truly trust and truly count on in your life is you. And so that's why everyone needs to get to that place in their life, because once they do, honestly, you don't need anything else. And so you are always going to feel fulfilled. Obviously, you can bring other elements into your life that gives you that bigger fulfillment, but it all starts with you. So yeah, that's one massive big thing I would encourage every woman to do.
Right. Beautiful message, and very powerful, I can say, that they should love self, and they should learn that how they can do that, how they have to feel that feeling, because as you mentioned, it is so important. And when they have that feeling, when we have that feeling, other all
Yeah.
elements, I can say, other all things get in
Yeah.
proportion, in line, or they get
Yeah. Yeah.
aligned as well in your life. That's
Yeah.
wonderful message and very powerful. I really, I must say, it is, and we all have to learn that. We all have to do that. So once again, thank you so much, Carolyn. Your energy is amazing.
Oh,
Your
bless
message is
you.
amazing, and the
Oh,
work you're doing is super powerful and super uh, amazing. I just would like to say congratulations to you
thank
for the
you.
work
Well,
you are
you
doing.
too. Look at everything that you do and you've brought. You're an amazing woman. I've only kind of just got introduced to you not so long ago, only because you inspired a friend and told me how amazing you were. And then she connected you and I. Yeah, you're doing it. All credit to you too, and the platform and everything that you're doing. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm really so grateful to you. And I look forward to meeting you personally one day soon.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really super excited to see you in person soon, as soon
Yeah,
as
yeah,
possible. Once again, thank
totally.
you so much, Carolyn,
Yes.
and thanks to
Not at
all
all.
viewers.
Lots of love. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful
Thanks,
talking to you.
thanks to you, Carolyn, and thanks to all
Not
viewers.
at
If
all.
you would like to hear more women voices and part of Women Dialogues, please connect with us. Please share, subscribe, like, and thank you. See you in the next episode. Please don't forget to check the Carolyn's work, and her details are available in the description as well. See you in the next episode. Till then, take care. Bye bye.